Howdy, y'all. Jackson here with Trick Studios, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. I'm once again joined by both co-hosts.
Hi.
Nate here with yours truly, Pookie Bear Maverick MacGyver.
Yep. Western Kentucky Hilltopper.
We'll never acknowledge him as Western Kentucky player. Legend in ACU's eyes.
You know what school he's going to say on the TV?
ACU, because
he Western Kentucky, because that's the last one he went to.
Don't care. He had a lead against North Dakota State with ACU. He'll never do that
with for some reason, just to clown on everybody.
I will find him person, and I will burn his house down if he goes Tech before ACU. He will be disowned in the ACU community if he does that.
All right.
Would be funny.
Not to me.
Funny. What if he just says his elementary school like those guys do sometimes?
I'd be okay with that. If you don't want to acknowledge us, say just do the elementary or high school, fine. Just don't do Tech. You could do literally anything else. Don't acknowledge Tech.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
For going over stuff. Alrighty. Oh, I wanted to share my whole screen, not just change window. I just full screen. Alrighty. So we had the final week of the GIFL and GTIFL. Greater Toronto, they had bad weather, so they canceled their games, so they were just deemed 0-0 ties. So shout out to the Axolotls for not losing. And then over in down in Georgia in the Gridiron Indoor Football League, Kyle's is the good luck charm of up one Athletic as they came away with a 40-26 win.
I ended up 1 this week.
Yep, up 1, winning that game and having a close game against Georgia just ruined the SRS rankings of every team in that league.
Yep.
League of all time.
Truly.
Shout out to stateside Silverbacks that actually, beat them convincingly.
And has some SRS of minus 33. It's crazy.
Yep.
Holy mid-league.
Yeah, in Wisconsin, they just get bumped up by everything. I don't even know if they're actually any good,
Yep. That's
They could beat the Cobras.
No, they could beat the Beef, not the Cobras.
Definitely not. At me when you go undefeated back-to-back years with 2 teams.
All right, sounds good.
Well, we'll know pretty soon because their coach is actually going to be a news story later on the Wisconsin Aviators. So we've got some brackets to fill out because the regular seasons are over.
Oh, great!
Yep. Nate, you're gonna see it. Oh wait, it's after this one.
Georgia Indians versus Main Street 29ers. I think I'm gonna go Indians here. I'm gonna go. 27. 21.
Give me.
I'm gonna go that.
Give me 35-14.
All right. What about you, Nate?
I'll go Georgia. Holy
I can't wait for us all to be wrong.
There's a good chance that we are, but they
did play earlier.
Georgia at least won against up 1, albeit needed a comeback. So I feel better about taking Georgia.
Won 20-14 the first game.
You know what? Screw it. I'll go 20-14. I got a feeling they're going to do it again.
Just run it back.
Run it back, chat.
All right, and the other tournament, Greater Toronto Indoor Football League.
Brother.
We already know what I have to do.
You
want me to go first?
The first round, I'm going to go Hit Squad. I'm going to go Supreme. And then I'm going to take the Preem team. Let's do 42-40.
Kyle, since you're second, you might as well go next.
Somebody
Yeah,
wants
we
to
all know what
bring
I'm
in-
doing. Give me axolotls.
Base. All right. Well, I know my bracket's not as bad as Kyle's now.
Uh-huh.
For the Axolotls
No.
to win, Kyle, they actually have to be able
Give
to
me-
score.
Hey, they can score through a
On
series of
real plays,
unfortunate
not
events.
complete
No,
accidents.
they cannot. Give me
Axolotls
Supreme.
win on a forfeit.
Hey, their offense is a better defense than their defense, apparently.
Okay, so the Supreme, who is winning between the Hit Squad and Axolotls?
Give me the hit squad.
Oh, okay.
Thank goodness you're not completely delusional.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose because I'm gonna miss by one.
Who says I'm going Supreme for the 2-3?
No, between me and Jackson, if we both hit this finals, I still lose to Jackson because there's no way in hell the Axolotls advance.
Then you might as well do a crazy plus
Give
minus.
me. How is this game usually scored?
60-27, Kyle. Lock it in. Go something balls to the walls.
No, 60-27 is a little bit unrealistic. Give me give me 60. Give me 7-63.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
I said give me 7-63.
The Supreme. I'm gonna change my score because I just realized the scoring is a lot lower.
Oh my gosh!
That is the funny part. Is I was still shooting lower.
Well, I'm locking in Thunder for over the Axolotls for sure, and I'll definitely take the Hit Squad over the Thunder. Can I see the SRS for?
The Supreme is the best.
I know, but I'm just curious how close it is.
No.
Yeah, it's just not that close. I'll go Supreme. You know what? Screw it, we ball once again. I just really like the 20-14. I'll go Hit Squad 20-14. I'm gonna Kyle somehow wins this.
There's literally only one way I can win, and it's if the Axolotls win.
Yeah.
That's true.
If Axolotls win, I automatically win.
Yep. You need a miracle.
Then jump up to tie for first.
Well, I keep these kind of separate.
Yeah, it's regular season.
There's regular season and
No, I was looking at regular season. I thought his net one. I didn't realize he had 2 more losses than me still.
Yeah. It was impossible to make it up. Even with this, I only made up the one.
Yeah.
With up one.
All right, on to the AIF, where Kyle will be taking it over here. Do you have your
Oh, I thought you said you were covering this one. Shit. All right.
Okay.
So let me get this pulled up for a second. I misunderstood you earlier.
Just jump to NAL really quick.
I mean, it was a close game. It was a close game.
Or we could do MLR and come back to it.
I have all the stuff.
It was only a little bit over a magnitude. You know?
The West Michigan Ironman absolutely murdered the Coralville Chads.
Yeah, I'm so glad I went Ironman because I wanted to meme with the Chads. Holy crap, that'd have been so bad.
It would have been an awful way to start the season.
So Alex Carter threw 5 touchdowns. 4 different players had 1 rushing touchdown. One of which was a Coralville player, so shout out to him.
One coach crashed out.
Jones, their quarterback. And Tony Thok had 3 receiving touchdowns. So, me and you were
traded up to. Yep. Kyle and I made crazy.
And then Kyle over here, 1 game above 500 all time.
Oh, yes! Oh man,
bullshit.
well,
That's all I gotta say.
I'm going Ironman by 35. That's not my
Give him the condition. Give him the condition.
No, I'm not going with
I'm going Iron Man by 20. Make it a condition.
Does it have to be exactly 20?
At least 20, sorry.
At least 20. Okay.
Yeah, 20 plus.
This is why.
Also, I got scammed this week. Go back up. Or wait, no, it was on Fun. Or wait, which one was it that I called it and the shutout and didn't get it?
You got to shut up because the game got canceled, Kyle.
Yeah, it still counts.
It's not a real shutout.
It's a shutout.
Holy Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so I think Cedar Rapids or West Michigan's gonna have no problem winning that game. I think Cedar Rapids is the better of the two teams between Cedar Rapids and Coralville, but they're not 70 points better. So I'd like to congratulate Kyle on his first championship this year.
Thank you.
But joke's on you because the league's probably gonna fold before the championship.
Yeah, probably.
Hope so. That'd be so funny.
This is gonna be the hardest game of the entire season for West Michigan.
Yeah.
The semi-pro team.
Detroit.
Yeah, this semi-pro team is the 4th-ranked semi-pro team in the entire country.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Anyways, West Michigan by 25.
I mean, West Michigan does have a former MAC quarterback, you know? I mean...
What school?
He went to Western.
Okay. That's reasonable.
He was second team All-MAC his junior year, 12 years ago.
Oh.
Nice.
Because he's in year 10 of indoor football. He's been the West Michigan quarterback their entire existence.
Some mid.
I mean,
so congrats to the Ironmen for locking in a championship appearance. You know.
Yeah.
But I got the cooler name, so.
Oh, true. True. I don't know. Ironman is pretty good.
It's good, but you're no Chad. You're no Sigma.
Yeah.
That's chaotic of you.
All right.
Poor Ralvik of me.
On to Major League Rugby.
I got this one.
You do have your game this time, Kyle?
Yeah.
I guess since this is... Let me...
All right. Let me just... All right.
One of you want to get your spreadsheet up?
All right.
Well, I figured Kyle was going first.
All right. So, this week I'm covering the game of what was it? The New England Free Jacks at the RFC LA. And this game was a surprisingly close game. Some mathing on this. So what I think, I'm just going to go through the scores real quick and say what's not mathing. So this is taken from their website. They redid their website. It's a lot nicer now. So
other than you have to log in.
Yeah, to log in.
It's not like
propaganda.
Don't need a membership, so I'll accept or
not
yet.
Don't
need to pay anything. Yeah, okay.
Propaganda.
Fair. Yeah, Disney's gonna lock it down.
But final score was 24-17 Free Jacks.
Holy mid.
This game scoring came down to 4 tries by the Free Jacks, 2 by the LA. Then it was 2 conversions on LA, and I think it says 1, but I think it's 2 for the Free Jacks. Otherwise, the math doesn't math, and it's 22 points and not 24. And then 1 penalty goal for LA.
You just have the Kansas City Chiefs of the Major League Rugby, where the refs are just sucking them off and giving them 3 points.
Probably at this point. Anyways, we're going for that three-peat.
They have won back-to-back. They are basically
and you're pretty mid on our second one. So, the kicking meter said we don't have a kicking leader. 659 to 486. The match was a nice 80-minute, nice and quick. Could have been like 90, but they kept it short. I think so most of the game was played on the LA side of the field. Go figure. LA had significantly more time, like possession, more more carrying meters, more gain lines by almost double. But it was
But less points.
Yeah, but less points. So it seemed to be they were stuck on their side of the field. But they were able to keep it somewhat close, only lost by 7. Going to the points, the top 2 scorers. Well, there was a 4-way tie for second, but LA only 2 players scored their entire 17 points, with Christian Leolifano
Gonzalez, yep.
Scoring 12 points and putting the team on his back. And then the points for the Free Jacks were all split up.
Alrighty. All right, Nate. How
I'll
did
go.
Anthem do this week?
Well, I'll disclose it in a minute. The one question is Falcons kind of Falcons also pertaining to Major League Rugby. So do you want me to do that too?
You can do that now too if you want to.
Okay, sweet.
Want to add in
Let me get my slides in order, and I do have clips for that. So.
Oh, you upped your game, unlike Kyle.
Nope.
I did. Sort of. I did not do it the way you did it, though. I still did it very lazy, and I'll do it at the end because I'll have to switch screens here. Am I sharing my stream? Because I know I'm still very.
You were sharing your PowerPoint.
I mean, technically, he is sharing his screen.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen.
Yeah, because if you're sharing,
whatever's on my screen,
then we'll be able to see. Yeah, so now you're sharing your screen. So
okay, holy crap! I'm just such a boomer for some stupid reason with that sort of stuff.
If you go into presentation mode, we should be able to see it now.
See it now? Okay.
Is it like Control F5 or something like that? Yeah, you're good. All right, perfect.
I found it that way. All right, well, yeah, tough week as an Anthem fan. We're poverty. Obviously, that preseason game was a fluke. NOLA outscored us pretty heavily, 35-14. But the good news is I got a win. My debut win with NOLA. 5 tries to 2. Won the possession battle pretty handily. Big surprise that we spent most of their time in Anthem's territory. And no surprise, Anthem was spending more time tackling than trying to score. They did have more carrying meters, I guess. And then NOLA hit all their conversions. Anthem looks like they shanked one, so Mickey Mouse Clubhouse franchise. More kicking meters for NOLA by quite a large margin. And obviously this game was rigged for Anthem, so it could have been even worse. Although 18 penalties and 15 respectively is quite a bit, if I remember correctly. That seems to be pretty high on both ends. Not so much as Anthem, but NOLA having 18 is a lot.
Classic Nate team moment.
That is very certified. My team, at least Major League Rugby. I know I meme with that and say leagues are always rigged, but it is unironically. Usually my teams are very undisciplined in this league in particular. Although other teams commit some pretty stupid penalties too, but not to this extent. So Durian Jones is the leading scorer. As you can tell, there was not a single soul on the leading points for Anthem. So Pat O'Toole had 10, Xavier McNaught 5, Monty not going to top Tua had 5, and Jonah Mau had 5. Pat O'Toole did have a couple tries, and one try for Anthem down there, Carl Keane. So at least they did something. But the important stat was the turnover battle, And so Anthem clearly dominated this board 5, 4, and 3 respectively. So they're doing their job and turning the ball over. So that was my game. Really quickly, going to comment of the week over here before I go Falcons gonna Falcon. One heck of a choke job by Kyle's own Miami Sharks. And George 240963972 was kind of pissed off. So he said, wow, all you had to do was kick it out, you useless pricks. And then Ben over here, excuse me, George, no way to speak to the Sharks. And I did censor this, but it says Apham useless C-bomb. And Ben then proceeds to at Elon Musk to get this guy removed off of X. So George was not having a very good day with this choke job, and you'll see in a minute why. But Miami is the winner for Falcons gonna Falcon for this week. At the 65-minute mark, they were up at the highest point, which was 29-10. That's roughly around the time where they kicked their penalty kick to make it a 19-point lead. And then within a span of about 15 minutes, Old Glory decided to score a try to cut the deficit, and then scored again last minute, because all Miami had to do, to Georgia's credit, was kick the ball out, and instead they let Old Glory recover the ball and score at the last second, and hitting the conversion to win the game. So a 21-point meltdown in 15 minutes. Although it doesn't sound like quite the meltdown in this league, it is relatively embarrassing. So shout out to Miami. Quite the choke job they had there. So I'm going to go over here, and we'll show a couple of highlights. So this is their the conversion for Miami to go up, or penalty kick, sorry, to go up 29-10. So it's a nice short, quick clip there. And then this was the try around the 75-minute mark. And you're going to see, this is pretty bad. This dude's just books it. And
ooh, yeah, right down the...
yeah, nobody there. So pretty bad defense on Miami's part. But theoretically, at the 75-minute mark, you've about, roughly 6 or 7 minutes. Theoretically, they should still be in control of this game. But this might be one of the worst plays we see all year in this league. Truly astonishing what happens here. So as the guy was saying, all that Miami had to do was kick this out, and instead somehow botches it, and Old Glory recovers the ball. And so I feel for George here. He was pretty pissed about this. And this is the replay. So again, for those of you who don't know, you can kick the ball out, and
after the 80-minute mark,
as time would have expired.
You just have to.
So that's literally all he had to do, and I don't know. He just ran past it, I guess. I don't know what he was really thinking. Maybe trying to box it out, or just didn't think he was there. Yeah. So, and then obviously it was only tied, so he had to hit the conversion here. But as we all know, he drills it. So we'll watch him anyway, just in case. If I don't know, he might miss this.
Maybe he'll double doink
it. Maybe he'll double doink it. And he drains it. So shout out to the Miami Sharks. Quite the choke job on their part. And so they're this week's Falcons gonna Falcon.
To be fair, they're already trending better than last year.
You're not wrong. They did look better in the first, at least particularly in the first half. But
yeah, they did get a
bad way to lose, and the way they lost looks like their old selves.
Yeah, they got 2 points. They have 2 points.
So true.
They could be Anthem and have no points.
Unfortunately, Miami and Anthem have been eliminated from the 80 points possible challenge. But even Chicago too.
All right. So my game, I thought it was going to be a good game. It did not end up being a good game. So here's the forward for San Diego. Here's the back for San Diego. Seattle. There's their forward. Their back. So just 3 minutes into the game, San Diego's right at the goal line. They're able to get it in for the try, and then only a couple minutes later here, 7.5 minute mark, just getting it again, go 14-0. 7 minutes later from that, still first half, just more men than defenders, so breakaway basically, and then right here around the 28-minute mark, this guy is just bullying them, go up 28-0 before halftime, so they just cruise to a 40-24 win. So, yeah. So
I think it was pretty close,
26-40 on the score there here though.
yeah, 26-40. So
I thought I said 20. My bad.
So they did let Seattle end up getting a point
Good for them.
for the 4-try point. Because there's the 4-try point, the close loss point, and then you're
Forgot. Oh, I forgot about the close loss. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter. My math was still right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, so that's why Miami has 2.
Yeah. Okay. Probably should have it revoked for that choke job, but
In fact, I think Houston probably has 2 then too. They probably just put it in wrong. Or no, they didn't get the 4 tries.
they didn't get 4 tries. I
Yeah,
thought.
they didn't get 4 tries.
I think one is right.
Yeah. Okay. So San Diego is top in the East because they're the only team that won, and they got the full points. And then over in the West, NOLA, New England, Old Glory all got full points, and then Chicago only got 4 because they had. I don't think they got 4 tries either. So, Old Glory win for a game. I guess Nate basically did cover it. Chicago beat Houston, which is it's a score that none of us expected. I expected Houston to choke in the playoffs. I didn't expect them to choke in week 1.
But yeah. Move over to the regular season. Classic.
So, I should have believed in my teams. I could have went perfect this week. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go San Diego here.
How will you die?
Did we lose Kyle?
No, I'm here. Sorry, what did you say?
Do you want San Diego or Anthem?
Oh, sorry. As much as I'd like to pick the meme, give me San Diego.
Yeah.
You San Diego. Is this your game of the week?
NOLA. Maybe. Probably, but let me see.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go NOLA.
I'm going NOLA for sure.
NOLA.
As much as I want to put faith in the Sharks, yeah, I have to go NOLA here.
Chicago.
Chi-town.
We didn't see Utah yet, right?
Yeah, they had a bye week.
Right, but Chicago.
Yeah, give me Utah.
That's fair. I'll go Houston. I think they'll bounce back.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think they absolutely bounce back.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, game of the week. I will do Anthem again. Why not?
Give me LA Sabercats. I think that's going to be closer than Sharks Gold.
I was tempted to pick the Sharks Gold just because the Falcons going to Falcon and see if we can run into our boy George again. But I gotta spice things up.
Yeah. So I'm still at the top here. Nate's still in second. Kyle is in third.
Take separation from Kyle. I forget. I probably.
Yeah, you picked up.
I'm under 500 right now.
I probably won't catch up to you.
You're under 500 right now in the season. Not all time.
All time, no.
All right.
You're a really good team in the AL Central with that percentage.
Yeah, Kyle, you only need to pick up, what? 39 more games to have more wins than the White Sox?
Based.
Oh,
All right. So now we can get into the preview of the NAL. I have a video for it, but let's just quickly go over what happened last year, where we had the Nate Bowl in the championship, where the Omaha Beef
Almost beefed it.
avoided their choke job and won in double overtime.
Oof. R.I.P. Tommy Armstrong, our glorious Pookie and savior.
Yep. It's actually when I was getting the rosters and stuff, there's actually a lot of turnover. That would be because Guy Myers is not re-signed in Carolina, so he's gone. And then Austin Schaefer's not back in Idaho, so they're gonna actually have to pick somebody to play home games for them. So they'll probably be awful.
but that's bad. Guy Myers was like our best player.
You guys have he signed Lorenzo Brown. Or no, that's Omaha signed Lorenzo Brown.
Omaha.
You guys signed Vincent Espinoza, who is a
That's a-
long-time indoor veteran.
I was about to say he sounds familiar. I can't remember what team though.
He played for Idaho a couple games. He also played in the
Oh god.
he played in the TAL for a couple games as well.
Prayers,
Okay, yeah.
Kyle. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and
Alright.
prayers. R.I.P. our championship aspirations.
Yep.
Same.
That that spot in the trophy case is gonna stay empty for another year.
Might be going back to Sioux City. I might still be the lock for a ring.
All right. So all right. You guys have the video open so you can hear it.
Yeah, I got it.
I do. Yep.
Oh wait.
So I'll count it down then. 3.
Kyle said, "Oh wait."
Oh wait, Kyle. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting it pulled up.
You ready? It's posted in outside the hash.
Yeah, I got it up. All right.
So 3, 2, 1. So you want to learn about the NAL? Well, the National Arena League was formed in 2017 in the wake of the instability of the indoor football world. Originally planned to be named the Arena Development League under the leadership of former Columbus Lions owner Skip Spita, but then settling on an even venture among all teams with the addition of the Arena Football League Jacksonville Sharks. Though the league has remained, it has not fixed the instability issues of indoor football. With only one current member was even a member just 2 years ago, and even multiple additional members that were coming from the league's merger with the AIF have failed to make it to kickoff. Heck, they even had to name a new commissioner, former AIF president Brandon Ickard, with less than a month before play. But through it all, the NAL has survived. The Beaumont Renegades are the first new franchise. Initially announced as an AIF expansion team, they gained entry into the NAL through their merger with the AIF. Originally planned to be coached by ex-NFLer Jacoby Jones, those plans were of course affected by his unexpected passing, and his replacement has been announced as football journeyman Corey Mayfield. They are the city's second indoor football team since the Beaumont Drillers that lasted from 2003 to 2008. This season they will be led by former fan-controlled football QB Izzy Isidore on offense and former all-league defensive lineman John Griggs on defense. Additionally, they have also signed former NFL corner Al Lewis-Jean. The Carolina Cobras are the league's longest-tenured franchise, having joined in its second season. Though named for the former AFL franchise, they are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, making them perhaps more spiritually connected to the AF2's Greensboro Prowlers, or NAF's Greensboro Revolution. Founded in 2018, they were successful right from the jump, winning the 2018 NAL Championship, and they would return the following season, though they would lose. After the COVID-canceled 2020 season, they would suffer their sole losing season, going 3-5 before bouncing right back to 2 more championship appearances. 2024 was a slight disappointment, though, as they went 6-4 and finished in 3rd, and due to a mid-season postseason restructure, they would not get a chance at the title. This season, they are helmed by new head coach Mike Bonner, as last season's skipper Brandon Negron has transitioned into the team president. This season, they have the large task of replacing QB Guy Myers, and they will be doing so with indoor veteran Vincent Espinoza. He'll be joined in the backfield by James Summers, returning after his 12-touchdown performance last year, while on defense they have former All-League player Taven Fitzgerald on the defensive line. The Colorado Spartans enter their second season in the NAL. Originally out of Loveland, they now follow in the footsteps of the once iconic Colorado Crush and make the move to Denver. In year one, they finished with a 4-5 record, with their most impressive winning coming against the aforementioned Cobras. Head coach Fred Shaw has done a good job of talent retention, as a returning 2024 Offensive Player of the Year quarterback Jason Whitaker, who completed 155 of his 221 passes for nearly 1,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. And 2024 Rookie of the Year wide receiver Stephen Newbold, who led the league in receiving touchdowns with 15, on 36 receptions and 499 yards. On defense, they have lured former All-League DB Eric McIntosh away from the rival IFL. The Columbus Lions returned to the league they helped found after being exiled 2 seasons ago. Founded in 2007, they have played in 8 different leagues throughout their history, collecting 130 wins, 9 championship appearances, and 5 wins. In their 2 years of exodus, they did not lose a football game. Headed by second-year head coach Damian Daniels, they will look to see if the roster that dominated the AIF can run with the NAL. Quarterback Marcus Brooks completed 67% of his passes last season, for over 1,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Running back Romello Kimbrough led the league, and wide receivers Demetrio Ewing and James Fortson hauled in a collective 17 touchdowns on 46 receptions, to go along with 668 yards. The Idaho Horsemen look to bounce back from a disappointing first season in the NAL, finishing with a 1-7 record. They look to recapture their glory days of the AWFC, which included 2 championships and even an undefeated 12-0 record in their inaugural season in 2019. Based in Nampa, they reside just outside of Boise, and brought back indoor football to the area that had not seen it since the Boise Burns folded in 2009. But owner and head coach Chris Reynolds will have to do that without local legend quarterback Austin Schaefer, for which the team was completely different when he played, scoring 44 points in games with him and just 20 without. They were, however, able to return the league's leading wide receiver Kyler Henson, who picked up 537 yards and 11 touchdowns on 44 receptions, and 2024 Defensive Player of the Year DB Rashad Flanders. It was a new league with the same result for the Omaha Beef as they finished their second consecutive undefeated season. Founded in 2000, the Beef are one of the nation's oldest indoor teams, having played in some of the most iconic leagues such as the NIFL and the IFL. Though almost always a competitive team with an all-time record of 195 and 119, it took until 2021 for them to claim their first title, which they would soon follow up with 2 more in 2023 and 2024. But Coach Mike Tatum's championship defense is going to look a little bit different, as they will be without 2-time MVP quarterback Tommy Armstrong, who retired in the offseason. In his place, they have signed longtime Sioux Falls and 3-time championship-winning quarterback Lorenzo Brown. They have also brought back touchdown magnet wide receiver Troy Evans, who had 8 touchdowns on just 17 receptions, as well as sackman Rodell Raymond, who is tied for the lead league in sacks with 6. The Shreveport Rougarou are the league's other expansion team, bringing indoor football back to a region that was once a staple of the AF2, but forgotten as their Beaushire Shreveport Battlewings made the move to New Orleans in 2011. Led by head coach James Hampton, they have signed former GFL and FAM QB Dylan Van Boxel. They have also acquired former All-Sun Belt wide receiver Eric Thompson and indoor veteran linebacker Darius Meadors. It was close but no cigar for the Sioux City Bandits as they came up just short in the NAL championship last season in double overtime. They look to build on it though as they head into their second season in the NAL. Founded in 2000, they have followed a very similar path to their rivals in Omaha, and they have also spent time in the NIFL and the IFL, among others. And also like Omaha, they almost always are competitive. With an all-time record of 179 and 126, they only have 3 championships, 2011, 2012 in the APFL, and 2015 in the CIF. Skipper Irv Stovine looks to run it back, with longtime indoor veteran wideout Fred Bruno and running back Drew Prosaka, both with over 10 years experience, and they have also brought back QB Vernon Reed and former NFL first-round pick Justin Gilbert on defense. Finally, we have the Wheeling Miners. The reigning AAL2 champions enter the league looking to keep up their success in the NAL. Founded last season, they represent a strong football community that has seen success with their former teams, the Ohio Valley Greyhounds and West Virginia Rough Riders. They are also the third team defending an undefeated championship season heading into this year. Coached by Josh Rizignolo, they have made good progress in their attempt to defend that, as they were able to re-sign quarterback Grant Russell. One interesting note on the Miners is their commitment to local talent, having signed 5 different players from the local university. Additionally, they have also signed Marshall defensive lineman Damian Barber. The NAL kicks off with an exhibition game this Friday, as Shreveport takes on the Dallas Falcons of the NIF. It will then be followed with another week of exhibitions before the league kicks off on March 8th. All games should be available on the league's YouTube channel. Alright, you guys got any comments on any of your teams?
Cobra's winning it all?
I doubt
Delusional. Yeah, Cobras are cooked. No, I don't have any comment. Other than I'll probably end up with another ring here.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
Who are all your teams?
The 2 teams in the championship last year, buddy. Get ready to learn. Third place.
Oh.
Borough.
Yeah, I think Colorado's good again this year, probably. More than
Saying
likely.
they're good as making stupid comments.
They were kind of
pretty mid, Kyle.
Yeah, but they're keeping most of their talent.
That's mid.
Yeah,
congrats.
The talent that I think their wins were against. They beat Colorado once or Carolina once, and then they beat Idaho like 3 times and Oklahoma City once.
Yeah. Mid. Smells of mid.
I have little faith in either one of the expansion teams, to be honest. So I've got to put all my hope in Columbus to just somehow still be good, despite the fact they're actually playing real competition this year. DeMacy's Ewing should be good. I don't know if Marcus Brooks can keep up with higher level talent. He's definitely not throwing only 4 interceptions again. Where you went like the first.
It'll probably be harder for them against Omaha, Sioux City for sure.
Yeah.
I imagine they'd struggle against Carolina, but I feel like they might have at least be competitive with your other teams you have, and maybe even Wheeling. So I think there's a very good chance they could at least finish. They may finish towards the bottom.
Hopefully, they're the real playoff this year,
and not
so we can actually see.
Also agreed. Although it was a real championship, so
yeah, it was a real championship. All right, so
I'll go with the Shreveport Surrender.
What?
I'll go with the French one.
The werewolves.
The Rokoro, yeah, they're like
the furries, yeah.
No, that's the Woo.
Yeah, well, it's a wolf. A lot of furries are wolves.
What are you doing, Kyle?
Give me Dallas.
Don't you mean the Philadelphia Soul?
Yeah, sorry, Philadelphia Soul.
Based.
I really have no idea, to be honest.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with both of these games, because it's the 2 new teams.
I'm feeling like theoretically Shreveport should be.
They should be
better.
Probably they're definitely a higher level league, but I don't.
They're in a higher level league, so that's
organizationally ran. You know.
Probably not, but I'll do the same thing with Beaumont. Beaumont.
Yeah, give me Beaumont on this one. All right, I'm ready to go 0 for 2 on my picks.
Yeah.
You're going 1-1, Kyle.
Hey, the golden triangle Seminoles. Who knows?
Yeah.
Sounds very Illuminati.
All I saw that they were based in Texas, and they have the Georgia Tech logo with feathers attached to it.
So they just matched up Georgia Tech and Florida State.
Yeah, but their colors are North Carolina colors.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. All right. how are we sitting from last year? Nate went 20-5. I went 17-18. Kyle went 16-9. So you can catch up to
Nice.
me, Kyle, if the Philadelphia Soul win.
I just ran this league as a whole, man.
Well, I
Yeah.
kept
I just
picking
ran it.
Idaho.
You did.
And
You
they-
did keep picking Idaho, and I learned
They-
really
they
quickly to
kept-
stop
They
doing
kept
that
losing
with
by
you.
1 at home.
Pretty sure that was one of my first losses, and I was like,
I
"Nah,
kept
I'm
picking
out."
Carolina.
Yeah, shocker, delusional.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is. Oh, actually, we have some news. So, in the
Oh, yeah.
world of Arena Football 1, surprise, surprise, one of the teams is folding.
Go
So
figure, one of
that's
Nate's teams.
2 teams that are
Scranton.
down. And there'll definitely be more.
Go figure, Nate
a
loses
bummer.
another team.
Death taxes me
Yeah,
picking a
it
team I
wasn't
really
Nate's
like and
team.
losing it.
Who would have guessed?
Unbelievable. I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised in the slightest. I picked it just because Scranton and Mavericks, even though Scranton's a certain U.S. president's hometown, and we don't support that. Or do we?
All right. And then with the
I do
Corvo
have.
game- Yep. Go ahead.
Sorry, you're still doing news. I just wanted to make sure you
Okay,
didn't.
Yeah, there was the Corvo chaos. Their coach resigned after their disappointing performance last week,
Crash
I
out,
would
bro.
too.
so they hired a new.
What a crash out!
Yeah, they hired the new head coach Lawrence Peters, who was the coach of those Wisconsin Aviators that we were mentioning earlier. So we'll see if I don't know if this makes. I don't think this makes the team 70 points better though.
You know, maybe
Makes it 60
35.
points
Make it a little bit more respectable.
No. Kyle delusional. 60 points better.
16 or 60?
60.
Oh, okay.
They'll
Yeah,
go
they could win with
67 to
60.
75 this year.
Yep.
All right.
You just need to be what, like 50 some odd points better?
Okay.
Like 55?
To be fair, they did make a key signing. One of Nate's bad team is poaching from his good team because they signed for Sioux City Bandits defensive back Keith Lewis. So the other NFL corner they had is not going to be in Coralville.
That makes me so mad. We're down to one NFL corner.
Yeah.
I'm just disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Jets and Lions. Come on.
Well, that's why he was.
So what?
Yeah.
Hey, Justin Gilbert was a Brown, so
Yeah.
My
doesn't
point.
make it any better.
So yeah. All right. So that's
Cool.
that's the news.
Okay, I had two things really quick. So I'm dumb and I made slides, but I'm not going to go over what you already just covered, but rather I'm just going to go. I had overs and unders on some of these for my teams. So I wanted to show those off, and then we're all going to take over under, and then we're going to see if any of us get it right. So for the beef, I set it to 7.5. It's a 10-game season. Figured they'd probably lose a couple, but still imagine they'll be very good. So that's kind of why I set it relatively high. So I took the over. I think they'll lose 2. I think they will well, now knowing the news that Guy Myers leaving Carolina, they might not lose to Carolina. But I think Sioux City can beat them for sure, and maybe one like crazy loss like against Colorado or even Columbus. So
Yeah.
what are we thinking, chat?
I think that definitely the drop from Tommy Armstrong to learn the round is a pretty big drop.
I know, and I almost did
But it's
6.5.
definitely not as
But
bad as Guy Myers to Vincent Espinosa.
I know, and
But
and I figured
Austin
with the other
Schaefer
comp
to
in the
whoever
league,
playing for Idaho is also a big drop.
yeah. So my line is not looking that bad then.
They also
to be
did not
honest,
get a kicker, so Idaho's still screwed.
Idaho's cooked. Kyle, you take it over under 7.5.
Over.
Kyle over. Jackson.
Let me pull up their schedule. Okay. Well, that's not a real game. They'll beat Shreveport. They should
And take it. I didn't really look into account if they're playing like exhibitions, so that's my bad. So when I do over under for my other teams, yeah, I know, but I don't want
If they
to.
play Colorado twice, I see they'll probably split with Colorado.
That was what I was thinking too. I imagine that happens. Colorado played them pretty close last year, so figured Colorado would steal one.
Idaho.
They'll clean the clock off Idaho.
They might split with Suzuki if they play them twice. You have an open game from Amarillo. R.I.P.
Sad.
There's another open from Amarillo. Okay, you do play Colorado twice. So, yeah, that's really only two possible losses I see. Because I don't think you get swept by either one. But you could theoretically beat both of them. So you are going to go over.
Yeah. I kind of figured 6.5 might have been a little low, but I wasn't sure just based off what was going on around the other leagues. Also, I did do a Illinois player counter, one Lou Dorsey, receiver for Omaha, and AC player counter. I'm delusional.
Wait, Dorsey sounds familiar. What year?
I think maybe shortly after you graduate. I'm thinking it's somewhere like 2017, 2018. I don't remember.
2017, 2018.
Nailed it.
2017. He didn't. It looked like he only played 2 years, and then he either transferred or
transferred. I nailed it.
Freshman,
sophomore. 2017,
his freshman year, he had 22 receptions, 395 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 2017.
Yeah, the name does sound familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
17, we were not good that year.
And you could just assume we weren't good until, Tommy DeVito year in last year.
Yeah, 2019 is when we became good again.
True. All right, so next over under. This one was a lot harder to judge. Just consider they're new. I kind of figured they were gonna get they were gonna get waxed in this league, so I put it at 3.5. And I'm gonna go under and be base. But it's really hard they might be really bad. This first game will be telling of how bad or decent they might be. So if they struggle in the exhibition, I think they're going to be really, really bad. Maybe I should put it at 4.5.
They're going to lose to Omaha week 3. They'll lose to Wheeling week 5.
I'll set it to 4.5, but I'll go.
I'm going under.
On what Idaho does.
I'm going under.
I'll go 2 and 8. I'll up those both 1.
They could maybe.
I'm going on. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle. 2.5 is a good number because there's like 3 winnable games.
Okay, so 3.5 was fine. All right. Sweet. I'm still going under. All right, that makes me feel better.
It should be 2. I think 2.5 would probably be good.
2.5.
3 winnable games, I think.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, still give me the under.
I'll go under because I don't think they'll sweep Beaumont. And beating Idaho is a maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? No Illinois for the player counter. ASU, hate myself. There was a slippery rock player, Titus Howard, defensive back. So shout out to him. And then the last one, I didn't put it on here, but I was going to set it at 6.5.
Kentucky Christian. Interesting.
Hey, they are your favorite Christian school,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I threw him on there because I know the head coach at that university.
Yeah.
He went to my church. So that's why Kentucky Christian got mentioned. and we got a player from there before GTA 6.
Oh, this one's actually hard.
And going to our church is a good connection.
I'm thinking
because...
six. Yeah, I'm thinking 6 wins. So give me the under.
How's going under?
Yeah, it'll go.
This is hard. I might need to look at their schedule.
Yeah,
I might go over, but
4-2-50.
they're not a guarantee to split with the Beef. They still might get swept, but I imagine they win one. They won't sweep Omaha for sure.
Vermont, they'll be Idaho. They'll be at most they would split with Colorado. I don't think they get swept by Colorado.
Carolina was the other one if they even played them. But considering expect them to take a step back, I think I might go over. I think they hit 7.
Yeah, they don't play Carolina unless things change with the Amarillo. Did they play Colorado twice? I think they did play Colorado twice, and they play Omaha twice. Yeah, I think they'll go over.
I think they go over just because they had the least amount of turnover for the most part. So, or at least the turnover affected them the least.
Theoretically, Justin Gilbert should shut down his half of the field.
It's hard, right? All right, so that's all I had there. Of course, I should have been paying attention. It didn't have to do those, but I figured I'd still have fun and do over-unders for my teams and then see how well we do at the end of the year. So that's all I had.
All right. Kyle, you got any closing statements?
No, other than I'm ready for Carolina to get that trophy spot filled this year.
Yeah.
Delusional.
They probably had to put their tax filings after they had all that money lost for bankruptcy or whatever that their owner had to go through last year.
You know, we're just too good.
Delusional.
All right.